those who really know Nintendo platforms, it's impossible to ignore the dichotomy that exists between them and other game platforms when it comes to the interest level in a game like Ridge Racer. For the install bases of other consoles, a game like this would be a much bigger deal than it is for Nintendo supporters. And generally speaking, they don't give a fire flower. Now forget that Ridge Racer was once synonymous with PlayStation. It's more about the content. Third-party games have to have some kind of imaginative hook to capture the attention of the Nintendo audience. They can't just be about cars driving on roads. They have to be about hover cars flying in loops in the future. And it's a shame for a game like Ridge Racer 3D, because this was a really solid release. It might not be the racer Nintendo fans would prefer, but at the 3DS launch, it was the only one they had. At least, it was the only good one. Fasten your seatbelts and push the nitrous. It's Ridge Racer 3D for the Nintendo 3DS.
This isn't gonna be easy. Here we go. All right. Whoa! Someone's in your slipstream.
Now for a lot of Nintendo fans, chances are there's nothing I could say to get you interested in Ridge Racer 3D. Let's keep it real here, but if you're looking for a racing game to play on your 3DS, this is your best option at the moment. Namco Bandai has done a fantastic job bringing a fun, polished, and feature-rich Ridge Racer to Nintendo's new console. That was a lot of R's. That was feature-rich Ridge Racer. That's impressive alliteration.
This has got to be a record breaker.
Ridge Racer is an arcade racer that broke onto the console scene in 1994 for the original PlayStation. The series has spawned more than 24 sequels and spin-offs since, but among them all, the gameplay is pretty consistent. You're racing really fast cars on really dangerous public roadways. It's not exactly wise behavior. This is reckless and ill-advised. So, in function, Ridge Racer 3D is basically the same game we've been playing for years. The real key here is the form, and that's where Ridge Racer 3D really shines. This game is built on a satisfying Grand Prix tour that progresses at just the right difficulty. Its more succinct complementary modes are just as good, and across all the game's modes, Ridge Racer 3D uses a credit system that allows you to unlock new content. The fact that your racing efforts consistently amount to something gives you the incentive to keep playing, especially for bite-sized handheld gaming doses. Ridge Racer 3D also supports 4-player local play, and it even uses the 3DS's Street Pass feature. So if you walk by someone with Ridge Racer 3D, your 3DS can actually download their ghosts and let you race against them the next time you play. This is a fantastic little implementation of what is one of the 3DS's coolest features.
Nice slipstreaming.
But unfortunately, Ridge Racer 3D doesn't take advantage of one of the system's other features, that being the ability to go online. This game doesn't have online multiplayer, and considering all the other features it supports, that's a pretty strange omission. I mean, the local multiplayer is great, and it's packed with single-player modes, but online is sorely missed in Ridge Racer 3D. I mean, I want to share my picture icon with the entire world. I want to spread the joy of laughter at how objectively horrible I am at this freaking game. But in this case, blame the player, don't blame the game, because in a pre-Mario Kart 3DS ecosystem, Ridge Racer 3D is quite easily at the top of the racing food chain. That's not even a real thing.
Finish! It's a new record!
Excellent.